So now let's run about streams in Java. So streams was a very prominent feature introduced in Java 8, and it was a new way of iterating over collections. There were many benefits of using stream. We will see them one by one with the head of code example. So if we did not have streams, let's see how the code looked earlier and then how does it look after using stream and what are the benefits. We'll try to understand with the code itself. Okay. So here we have taken a list of integers. We have added some integers into this list. Now we have taken another empty list and we are iterating over the original list. And if the number is not even, which means after dividing by 2, the remainder, this is modulus operator, we have already learned remainder. So if it doesn't return 0, which means it is an odd number, we will add this to the odd number list. Okay. And then we'll print the odd number list here. So if we run this code, what do we get? We get a list of 3 odd numbers. Okay. So 1, 3, 5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 and 4 are even. So this is removed. Now if I want to do this with the help of streams, let's see how I can do this. So I comment this code and what I do is I say numbers dot stream dot I call filter, and then I say num, the same test that I put here. So for each value in the stream, this is the test. We need to use another variable where we have used numbers. So let's use num dot for each num, and we will add it to odd numbers dot add. So you see what we have done here. This is how you should correctly write streams. Each dot operation should be cascaded like this. So what you have done for this for loop here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, you have reduced it to 3 lines. Even you can make it in 1 line as well. You can do it this and this. So instead of 5 lines, you have reduced the code to 1 line. But generally we write it this way because each operation in next line, because it is easier to read. So what is the first benefit that stream is giving us? It is reducing the number of lines for us. Okay. So what you're doing here, you're streaming over each element of the stream. So then you are doing some filtering. So you are filtering, and for filtering you have given it a Boolean expression. Filter on this. If it is true, then go to the next operation. If it is false, don't go to the next operation. So let's now debug this code, rerun this code. So you see, still we are getting the same result. 1, 3 and 5. Which we were getting earlier. So using streams also we can iterate over a collection as we used to using a for loop or while loop. So the first advantage is it has reduced from 5 lines to 3 lines. Now let's see the second advantage. Here when we were using for loop, we had to declare a list and then add elements into one by one. Okay, but what we can do is now directly we can refer this list here. So we can see odd numbers, and instead of for each this line, what we can do is collect to list. It will collect all the elements that pass this filter into a to list. We can do to map also. You see here we get to map, to concurrent map, to list, to set, many methods. Okay, so currently we are collecting it as a list. Okay, so if we debug this, we are getting the same result. So now second advantage, we don't need to declare this list separately. Okay, and there is one more advantage. You can refer the intermediary step using a stream. So here what I have done, I have broken the for loop into 2 pieces. First I have added some streaming operations, some filtering operations, and then later point I have added this collect operation, and it is asking me to typecast it. So maybe I need to specify here stream of teacher. Okay, so now I have broken my iteration and collection into 2 different parts. So another benefit is that here you can pass a stream as an object into another method. You can pass it anywhere you want, and until you call this to list, the actual iteration will not start. So you are in a way delaying the iteration, which is not possible here. As soon as the for loop executes, whatever needs to be iterated is iterated. But using a stream, you can delay your iteration to a later point of time. Okay, So this is another big advantage that you get with stream. And suppose now I want, instead of filtering, I want that all these numbers should be multiplied by 2. So what I can do is, instead of filter, I can say dot map, and then again same way what I need to do is num is equal to num multiplied by 2. Okay, now if I run this code, you see what I'm getting, all the 5 numbers have been multiplied by 2. So I can use map. So the stream has many useful methods: filter, map, flat map, limit, peak, skip. There are a lot of methods, there are a lot of operations. So it makes your code very concise, easy to read, and you can delay your iteration, which is the most important benefit of stream. Another benefit is, instead of stream you can do parallel stream. So suppose if it is a very huge numbers, 20,000 numbers you have, okay, and in that case if you do parallel stream, it will use multi-threading to make your performance faster. Okay, so you can use parallel stream as well. Parallel stream is not beneficial in small collections, but in big collections it can give you a lot of benefit by using multi-processor capabilities. Okay, so filter, map are the most commonly used stream functions, and collect is the third most commonly used stream function. Suppose that I have a list of names. Here you can see that I have a list of names. Suppose if I do some stream related operations here. So what I want you to understand, in streams there are two kind of methods. One is called intermediary operation and one is called terminating operation. So there can be any number of intermediary operations that you can add to a stream, but at the last there can only be one terminating operation. And as soon as the terminating operation is called, your loop execution will start. When this collect is called, the loop execution will start. Before that, you can do filter, map, whatever you want. For example, I can call both of them here. First I can filter, then I can map. So it will filter the odd ones and then it will multiply them by 2 only. If you want, we can see this output as well. Here you can see it has filtered 1, 3 and 5 and then it has multiplied by 2. So first it is filtering, then it is mapping. It can do that as well. Okay, you can call as many intermediate. For example, here what we are saying filter, then we are saying map, then we are saying sort. It means do some sorting as well. You can call as many intermediary operation as well, but in the last you need to call one terminating operation. This is collect. Instead of collect, you can call for each as well, as we did earlier. So you can call for each as well or collect. Both for each and collect are terminatory operation. There can only be one terminating operation. Okay, so the advantage is it makes your code concise and it gives you the feature of delaying your iteration to a later point of time, which was not there in Java versions which are older than 8. It was introduced in Java 8 only. Okay, so this is streams for you. It is just like loops, but enhanced and a better version.